Hey everyone, my name is Tom Reagan and welcome to My Queer Week. Today is Monday the 23rd of September and I would like to officially welcome you to the first My Queer Week episode, or as I like to call it, MQW. MQW is all about news and current affairs in Australia and internationally that encompass the LGBTIQ community. Each week I'm going to be giving you a quick snapshot of news and current affairs that involve our community with some fun little facts, some history and some personal opinions. So let's dive right into our first MQW. 60 Minutes on Channel 9 Australia this week interviewed former gay conversion therapist John Smid, who recently came out as gay and joined the fight against the controversial religious practice. Smid said the practice was provided on the idea that gay and lesbian men and women are broken and need to be fixed, and that his religious beliefs and practices were determined that homosexual tendencies could be removed through prayer. Victoria is proposing to make this practice illegal after a report from the Victorian Healthcare Complaints Commission found this practice causes harmful psychological trauma. Mr. Smid told 60 Minutes he is now determined to expose the conversion practice and the harmful psychological effects it can have on young LGBTIQ people. The interview on 60 Minutes was part of an investigation they are doing to expose the current practices here in Australia. ABC News reported this week on Sydney's lockout laws and how the lift of the strict rules will help boost life back into our nightlife economy. Arc Sydney, Australia's biggest gay nightclub, has recently celebrated its 20th anniversary and has stood the test of time through Sydney's tough lockout laws, and Sydney's gay nightlife still continues to flourish even through these tough economic and government rule tidal waves. Also on ABC this week, the community out in regional Broken Hill has had its Broken Heel Festival this past weekend and is the perfect example of how attitudes have changed out in our regional areas towards the LGBTIQ+ community. Broken Heel has become so popular that this weekend it was 100% sold out, which is fantastic news for the community and our friends out in rural Australia. Over to the Star Observer, and this week they have reported that the Convicts have won the Purchase Cup. For those of you who aren't sport fans like myself, the Convicts are Australia's first gay and inclusive rugby union club. Sydney has launched its new trans sexual health clinic this week, which provides rapid HIV and STI testing for services for trans and gender diverse people. Also on Star Observer this week, Rodney Croome has spoken out and asked Australia to take action to challenge Indonesia's new proposed ban on extramarital sex, including homosexual acts. Indonesia has finalised a new penal code that would see people facing severe penalties for sex outside of marriage, which could include up to 1 year in jail. But in a surprise twist of events, President Joko Widodo, Indonesia's president, has stepped in and said that the passing of the criminal code into law should be postponed and should not be passed during the current sitting period. To international news now with The Advocate. Jonathan Van Ness, or JVN as he is known from Netflix's Queer Eye, reveals this week that he's living with HIV, and I applaud his decision to come out and speak openly about his status, and I hope that him coming out will help spearhead the fight to reduce and cancel out stigma that people living with HIV face on a regular basis. Now forgive me if I pronounce this next name wrong. Let Hogolano Masinga, that's the best try I could have, a university student in South Africa, has graduated in heels in an effort to fight homophobia. He has been quoted as saying, "I believe that this is one of the biggest causes of depression in our society because people are fearful to reveal their sexualities, and I applaud him for doing this. I think it is a fantastic idea and good on you." This past Friday was the first presidential forum held in Iowa which focused exclusively on LGBTIQ+ issues. There were 10 candidates lined up to speak at the forum. Joe Biden was questioned about the 1994 crime bill, which people say increased the incarceration rate and encouraged aggressive policing policies. Ben Carson was slammed about his recent transphobic comments, and Karamo Brown from Queer Eye slams the Trump administration. You can read more about this forum and what happened on the Advocate's website. That wraps up my weekly snapshot of LGBTIQ+ news, but of course there's always more to report on and more to read, so if you think I've missed anything out, get involved in the comments below, type what I've missed, say something that you want to say about this video, or suggest some things that you would like me to talk about next week. It's time for This Week in LGBTIQ+ history, and this week the information is brought to us from the lovely Lavender Effect on their Facebook page. The first history. On September 21st, 1996, Bill Clinton signed the Defense of Marriage Act into law, which allowed individual states to refuse to recognize same-sex marriages performed in other jurisdictions. Shame on you, Bill Clinton. And on the 17th of September 1979, California Governor Jerry Brown appoints Stephen Locks to the LA Supreme Court, making him the nation's first openly gay judge. Well, thank you so much for tuning into the very first My Queer Week. I know this was a little rough. I've got to get used to not reading so much, but I'm getting used to this thing and it's a brand new idea. So, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it on your social media platforms because I would really like this series to become something that people watch on a regular basis. So if you liked it, please share it, leave comments, subscribe to my channel. I'm actually posting these on a different dedicated channel as well, titled My Queer Week. So I'll post the links for all of that underneath for you to subscribe to. Subscribe to this channel and subscribe to MQW. You can subscribe to both because at the moment I'm uploading videos on both of these channels. I've left links for all the articles that I used in today's video in the comments below. Get involved in the comments, check out our Facebook and Instagram pages, and I will see you next week for My Queer Week. See you later.